Hey, what's up? This is JT. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be working on this Nintendo 64 model number NUS001, and I plan to do an HDMI mod. This one is by Hispeedido, I think that's how you pronounce it, and it's a hardwired mod. So we need to install a HDMI board, which is this one, and we also need to install a ribbon cable, which is in here. On top of that, I also plan to install a clear shell, which again, we're going to continue with our theme of installing clear shells on these systems for two reasons. The first reason is because I don't want to cut into the original case or housing. I need to cut a hole down here to accommodate the HDMI plug. And the second reason is to continue with our theme of having clear smoke cases on our Nintendo consoles, which I've done a few times already on the channel. So this is the case that I ordered. It comes with pretty much everything. It came with, these are all the buttons and all the miscellaneous components, and then this is the, I think the little nameplate that goes up front. And it also came with a set of screws to take apart the console. So that's kind of cool. Not sure how much I paid for it, but I'll show it on the screen. So in case you guys want to get it, it's there. I think I got it from AliExpress. I want to say like $20 or $30, but I'll put the price on screen. So that's the plan for today, and you know, fingers crossed everything goes well. We'll find out. But let's get started. We'll start by taking off the expansion memory. Best way I found to take this out is by using two spudgers. Just get it in there. There we go. And now we need to take out all of the screws underneath here. For that, we're going to use a game bit. It's a 4.5 millimeter game bit. It looks like that. Okay, let's take off the top cover now. A little dirty. We'll address that later. And now we have a bunch of screws we need to take out. I'm going to use the tools that came with the kit. Alright, now remove this by sliding it out, like that. And now we need to remove these here. Also need to remove this one right here. Now more screws to remove. I'm not a big fan of this screwdriver. I'm going to go ahead and go back to my other screwdriver if I could find it. Alright, shielding is off. I did notice this here. See that? Some corrosion or water damage or something. Now, I did test this and it works. Man, there's some over here too. See that down there? I'm gonna go ahead and clean all that off before we put it back together. And we got a few more screws to take out. And we should be able to take out the motherboard after this. Kind of see some there too, look. Now we can lift and remove. All kinds of good stuff in there. So now before I install the mod, let me go ahead and clean some of this stuff off. Let me at least blow off some of the dust and whatever's in here. I'm also going to go ahead and clean off some of this corrosion here. The cap looks good. There's something in here. See that there? Let me go ahead and fish that out. Don't know what that is. Maybe a roach egg. Pretty gross. Wow. Does this come off? Yes, it does. Yeah, for some reason my camera just turned off, so I was cleaning this out. This here, the cartridge port, when it just turned off, so didn't miss much. I was just finishing up with this. Wonder why it did that. That's kind of weird. Oh well. Where was I? Oh, okay. Let's finish this. There we go. All right, so now for the fun part, the actual mod itself. So there's two parts to this mod. There's the actual board that has the HDMI plug, wire, cabling, or I guess wires in case you want to not solder directly onto the chip. You could just solder the wires onto here and then onto the chip itself. And lastly, oh, there's this adapter to accommodate the actual HDMI cable, or the HDMI, yeah, HDMI cable. So let's go into the microscope and see how it's going to go. Okay, this is not for the faint of heart. That was something else. It all comes down to having the correct solder tip, I guess. I had this one. This one was way too pointy, so it wasn't picking up enough solder to be able to pin it down. So I changed to a broader tip, and that seems to... I did a lot better with that. That plus a steady hand, and I'm not known for having the steadiest hand, so it took some trial and error, but I think I got it, hopefully. I did check to make sure nothing was bridged. I was checking each pin, and then making sure that I didn't bridge anything else, and everything seems to be connected, so we'll see. We shall see. Now we need to connect the 5 volts onto here, so let's do that next. Now, from what I understand, these two cables these two ribbon cables are super delicate. So if for some reason you guys have a hard time doing this, just cut it off and add a jumper from this point, which is a 5 volts, onto here. And then from this one would be this one, the COM here. And I think it goes to one of these legs here. I'll find out here in a second which one it goes to. I think it might go like to the second one here, but we'll see. But let's do that next. Let's connect the 5 volts next. So I'm going to go ahead and add some solder onto the onto this leg, the 5 volt leg here, or add some flux, I meant to say. I did clean out all the flux as best as I could. I went ahead and added a lot of alcohol. I blew it out. I lifted the cable up, got down here on the bottom, picked it out with these pointy Q-tips, which are these are a godsend, because I was able to get into all these small little crevices and parts that are not easy to get in with the broader Q-tips. So yeah, big plus. I bought a big box. I got it at the flea market, actually. I've got 2 boxes, and this should last me forever, and they're super helpful. Yeah, I got them like for $1 or $2, so big come up on these. I don't know how much they go for retail wise, but yeah, good deal. Okay, so let's continue. Let me go ahead and add a little bit of solder onto that, so it would be easier for me to pin down. Let me get my solder. Here it is. Oh man, I'm still exhausted. I'm mentally exhausted. And it's about having, it also has a lot to do with having the right angle. So you could kind of, it's not easy, man, especially when you're trying to record. That's the hardest part. You know, trying to get a good angle to where you could actually show your work at the same time. A good angle to where you could actually do the job yourself, you know, get in there without blocking the camera, without blocking this and that. It's not easy. But let's hope that we got it down. So let's go ahead and put this one on, and hopefully it doesn't break. Where are my tweezers? Can't seem to find my other pair, the angle tweezers. I don't know where I left them. I always lose everything. Not lose everything. I lose everything. I don't know where I left them. Let me do a quick search for them, and if not, I'll use these. Yeah, who the heck knows where they went? Okay. Either way, hopefully I don't mess anything up with these. Again, it's all about having the right angle too. It's like, geez, man. I can see how people break this cable because it's not easy to maneuver, handle. Put it there. You need like 3 hands for this, I swear. Okay, looks like we're good. Okay, that one's in there. Let me just double check. It could be better, but it's in there. Let's go ahead and clean that off. All right, now this one next. So this one goes on to the second leg of this chip here. Let me zoom in at least. So this one goes onto the second pin here, right there. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of flux onto the second pin of, or second leg of this chip, and add a little bit of solder to make it easier for that cable to connect. All right, let's do this. Okay, I think it's there. Let me just make sure I've got a nice connection, that it's not connected by like a small thread of solder. Let me add a little bit more flux to there, to the connection here, to get a nice flow. There you go. Yeah, it looks ugly, but it's soldered. Let me make sure it's not shorted with any of the other pins. Especially this one here. Okay, it's not. It's not. Good. And 5 volts is not. Not getting anything on the 5 volts. Why? 5 and 5. I don't see any breaks anywhere though. Why isn't it? It's not. Okay, well, good thing I checked. That one's good. And 5 volts. It's not good. Let me reflow it, or let me resolder to see if maybe I didn't get. Pretty sure I did. Again, that seems to be a big problem with these. That's why they give you some wires in order for you to rewire it. No. Okay. So with that said, let me go ahead and grab one of the wires in the kit. Okay, so that's done. Sorry for the focus, man. It's trying to focus on the whole freaking. But there you go. So I went ahead and cut this one off. I think this one might have been broken somehow, which seems to be a common problem. If you read the comments, a lot of people say to just go ahead and cut them off and just add a jumper from here to the 5 volts, and from COM here to the second leg of this chip here. Okay, so I think we're peachy as far as this. So you can probably set this aside for now. I already went ahead and cleaned everything. So this board is clean now. So one final look at the actual mod. That 5 volts doesn't look pretty, but I just need to clean that off actually. There's some flux there. But overall, not bad. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and set this aside now, and we need to continue with the actual case itself. We need to mod the case to add the board that this connects onto. Okay, so now we need to install the board, and this is going to be the new case here. So we're gonna have to do some cutting in order to accommodate the USB port, and we're gonna have to cut some of these posts off, especially this one. So just a little bit. We just need to cut the corner off in order to get this to sit all the way down, and once that's down, we need to cut this out. So let's do this first. It's not much, so I'm gonna go ahead and grind this down. So let me grab my grinding tool. I think that's it. Okay. So now we need to mark this. All right, let's clean it up a bit. All right, let's see how it fits. A little off. A lot off. That's gonna have to do, man. It's the best I can do. So this is how it looks. It probably looks shitty, but let's say that I'm doing it for future HDMI mods when they have the full-size HDMI mod. Let's pretend that's the case, okay? So it's all good. It's my first mod, and thankfully, I didn't use the original case, so I look at that as a win, I guess. So let's transfer over some of these pieces here that we need, and then let's start putting it back together. So we need the board. We need the board. I was walking away when I said that. I don't know if you heard me or not. Now let's see if I have a new bottom piece here. This one. Let me see if I need to use the original one or if they sent me a new one. They'd send me a new one. I'll set this aside for now. Well, they also sent me one of these. Let's use this one. It's that we could keep this as the OG one for the original console. Put this one in. Like that. Put this one in here for now. This one was the... Here's the replacement. This is the old one. Set that aside. And these are old legs. I mean new legs. Or new feet. Let me put this out so that way I know what I need to replace and what I don't need to replace. We're going to replace this one. And we're going to replace these two. That way I don't mix them up. Alright, so let's put this on. Like that. This board goes here. There we go, finally, geez. So that's the final. I'll probably stick some hot glue in here. Oh no, man, Jesus. Oh well. Give me some credit, folks. It's my first mod. Let's plug this in so I don't forget it. There we go. That's in place. Alrighty. Looking good. What's next? Let me put some tape here. Okay, we are back. I did make some changes. My mic battery was dying, so I had to charge it. So in the meantime, I did go ahead and add these to kind of cover up the hole a bit to make it look a little better. It was just bugging the heck out of me, so I took the time to do that. So let's continue. I also added some what is it, Kapton tape on this. I think that's what it's called, just to add a layer of protection because the shielding sits on top of this. So we have these silver screws here. I'm going to put those back in. I'm trying to be very gentle because I've got to rethread the hose. I don't want to break any posts. There we go. So that's what that looks like now. A little better. Hit this on. Let's see, like this. All right, so these are the next screws right here. Just want to double check to make sure I have everything as it should. Because I for sure don't remember what screws went where. So let's put these back on. Now this one goes next. Get a quick cleaning. This one goes here. Let me clean it. It's really dirty. There we go. Like that. 2 black screws go up here. Yes, I'm using a guide because I have no freaking clue how this goes back, so I don't want to mess up and have the screws in the wrong place. So those go there. These babies go here. This one goes down here on the bottom right. These with the washer go in here. Put this in here. I think we're in a good spot to test it to see if everything works okay. Let's give it a shot. All right, we are back. It's actually the next day. You could tell that's the next day because it's brighter than it was last night. I had to step away and take care of some stuff, so I'm back. And let's see if all this work paid off or not. Let me put this to the side so I could show the game on this side of the screen, and also because it's closer to the HDMI cable and the power cable. All right, so let's start with power. Power. I was looking for the adapter. We need the adapter for the HDMI. Plug that in. HDMI cable. Here's the game that we're using today. And the controller. I'll just hold on to the controller. Oh, I'll put it down here. This one had a bad joystick, but I went ahead and ordered the whole little joystick module. It comes in a little box, and he just replaced it all in one piece. So we get a chance to also test this. Plug this in, and that's it, right? Got this. This is there. All right, fingers crossed. Holding my breath. Oh shoot! What happened? What did I mess up? Let's see. Okay, I see it. I'm not sure if you guys caught it or not, but I see it now. The stupid module is not in the right direction. It should be facing this way. This, it won't work. The Nintendo 64 won't work if it doesn't have this, or in this case, facing the wrong direction. When you have the shell on, it only goes in one way, but since I don't, I did it wrong. I figured that the letters go towards the back. I don't know why, but it only made sense. I mean, yeah. Okay, let's try this again. All right, holding my breath again. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yes. Now, do we have a picture? Yes, we do. Oh man, that feels good. You do not know how good that feels. Man, I never thought I'd be able to do this. Sweet. Okay, cool. Oh man. All right. Enough of the drama. Let's go. But seriously, that feels good. All right, let's see. Let's see if this plays or doesn't play. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the joystick so you guys can see what's going on this side. Let me hit start. Also gives me a chance to test the joystick and test to make sure that the whole controller works. It also came with this memory card, whatever that is. Yeah, memory card. It's not OEM, but pretty sure Tony Hawk aftermarket, but hey, as long as it works. All right, I don't care about the memory right now. Let's test this real quick. Let's go. Automatic. Haven't driven stick since high school, so I probably already forgot. Now you never forget how to drive stick. All right. Let's see. What do I press? What do I press? What do I press? Oh, it's down here. You press this down here. That. All right, joystick. I'm in 10th place. I just started. Man, it's super, super sensitive. Ooh. I've only played this game at the arcades. I don't think I've ever played it on the N64. Okay, well, it works, and that's all that matters. We'll stop there. I don't want to embarrass myself. Okay, it works. All right, let's continue with the reassembly. Let me take all this off and we'll be right back. All right, so here's the other half. And this is what I was talking about with the memory module. Where did I leave it? I always keep misplacing things. So this only goes in like, it can't go in like that. That's how I had it. It only goes in one way. So that was a problem with the first not starting up. Okay, so what do I need to transfer from here? Let's see. We have these two buttons here. Power. Okay, let me show you everything that I have here. You know, the only thing I don't see is this. They only sent me this. So I wonder if I need this whole enclosure or not. I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to just transfer this over or use these instead. Like that. Do I need them? I'm not sure. I mean, I guess I don't. I don't need the whole enclosure since they only sent me that. But we'll see. We'll get there eventually. Let's go one step at a time. So we have power. Power, our reset button. This we'll use last when we put the module back in. The Super Nintendo decal right here. A little darker, but not bad. The blue is a little bit darker. I mean, overall, it's not the same color, but to the untrained eye, you can never tell the difference. Not that a clear console won't give it away, but you know what I mean. Okay, that's on there. I don't like that it's all scratched up. Kind of looks ugly, but can't do anything about that. Alrighty, next, and also it doesn't say Nintendo here, obviously for copyright reasons, I guess. And now when you get these flaps for the cartridge transferred over, okay, so they're setting like that. Okay, let me do one at a time. It doesn't matter which is which. Let me see if they're the same ones. Yes, they are. Next, it's these. So these are just meant to be used as holders for the lid. Not the lid, the cartridge slot. I don't want to over tighten. What else do I have? That's it. And then the feet. Where's my game? Make sure it's off. Yes, it is. Power. Good. And there we have it. Our modded Nintendo 64 with a smoked clear case. There you go. Let's give it its final test. Alright, so we've come to the end of the video. I ordered this controller. Well, I thought I had ordered the shell because I wanted to put this shell onto this controller, but I got the whole controller instead. It was only like $6, so I was like, wow, I don't have to use an OEM controller for this, so this kind of matches. Well, it does match. They're both the same. So, one other thing though is, let me show you the OSD menu for this. I'm putting the game on my TV so I can see what's going on a bit better. Now the OSD menu only works with certain controllers, and since it doesn't work with this one, I can't access it with this one, only with the original one. So in order to get in there, you need to press start and A and B at the same time, and it gives you different options. So for video mode, you can choose dynamic, mild. So there's 3 different modes for video, and then to go down, you use down button, and there's different color modes. Not sure why you want to use different color modes, but you do have different color modes, and then different aspect ratios. So down, I'm gonna assume that is can't remember, but yeah, that's one aspect ratio. And what's the difference between this and this? But yeah, so this is where I have it right now. This kind of looks a bit sharper though. And then lastly, if you want to reset your settings, you can do that. And then to exit, just press the same buttons again, and that exits. So there you have it. We are done. This was a good one. This was a good challenge for me. It gave me more confidence now to be able to hopefully do more in-level or more high-level micro soldering projects. I do want to fix this controller. It turns out that it's got a bad USB charge port, so it doesn't charge all the way. This is for the PS4. That was in the last video I had. So this might be the next one. I'm going to try to see if I could replace this micro USB charger or charging port. But that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.